Okay, so this is the legal reading for John Eastman. I believe it was he and Jeffrey Clark who devised the whole Green Bay sweep or whatever it was. But anyway, so here's my question. I'm reading on 5 of them. So far I've done Mark Meadows. John Eastman's the second, and I'm wanting to see if which ones or who may, or maybe all of them, wind up in jail or incarcerated, wind up in prison for their, let me move my chopstick there, for their plan to overturn the election, Joe Biden's election, to overturn it so that the votes weren't cast, to incite a riot. Basically, oh goodness, it would be conspiracy to commit election fraud, I think was the worst thing I read. But it's, you know, the 14th Amendment, Section 3, I believe. Still have to look that up. Anyhow, it's called treason. You don't get to interfere with an election. So let's see what's coming down the pike for John Eastman. Okay. John Eastman. 2. Only the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll take the several that were on the bottom over there. Okay, so here's our top row. Well, let's do it this way. Whoops. Okay, so I don't think he's innocent. I don't think that's going to be the meaning. Well, he's got a new world of hurt coming is what it is. Yeah. Poverty of spirit is really taking him down. They have the documents. He's received money. I don't know who the mature woman is, but this could be somebody that helped fund, you know, getting people there. Or funding could have been, you know, one of those. Because remember, there's those 5 with the super PAC. They created the super PACs, or 5 or 6 super PACs that Trump created. Watch the very first video where I did go into that. That would be the video for Mark Meadows. So, but John Eastman, okay. Anyway, let's just get the cards laid here. Wow. Okay, so I don't have the imprisonment card. This is so interesting. So I remember in Mark Meadows, this card was in the same spot, right there in the middle. So because the imprisonment card, let's see, was at the bottom, his card, his reputation with the Klan for a long time, that clannish type of behavior. So the imprisonment card isn't here, and we know that he was probably the most guilty. I'm thinking he's been a flippin' is what he's been doing. Okay, so the 4 corners here, of course, this is him and his, you know, needing to take responsibility. There's a loss because of his irresponsibility. So this will be, you know, his painful loss. Yeah. He thought it was, this is weird. He thought it was something small that wouldn't cause a problem. You know, he thought, oh, I'm just the little guy. that did the, that brought the plan together, that did the work, and didn't think that because he thought he was doing it for the president. It was the deal. Wow. Okay. There was someone, or there is someone in the future, I think, who might be supporting him. Who's maybe been paying for legal fees. Well, this is so interesting. Okay, so yeah, okay, so there's this new, for him, well, it would totally be something new. It's more like something small. But it could be a new attitude that comes through for him, because he's been very naive in the past. It's what I was hearing in my guidance about his, oh, well, the president wants me to do it. So I think he flipped. And now he's like ruined as far as work politically, because this will haunt him. So there's the inability for him to ever have a political job is what I'm getting. Right here, this 9-box square shows his cheating, his lying, his evading the matter, his, just coming through as an enemy. And again, that naivete. Yeah. He was lied to, of course. So he can't think of anything else, and he's, tortured with worry and stress with this card up here. And then it was his ambition, his naivete and his ambition, because he has a poverty of the mind. Wow, dude, not very bright. He definitely concocted all the details. He did the labor. He toiled and labored for Trump. This 9-box over here, so for John Eastman, and this is also, he's way too old to be this age, so this can't be him. But he's an older guy. He doesn't have hair on the top like this guy, but he's an older guy with silver hair. Remember, he's the one that would always be up there with, the leather hat. He was up with like Sidney Powell and the other younger one, and going around with Rudy and all that. So he's really immature, though. This older guy is really immature. So it's like this lifetime he just hasn't gotten his lessons. But I think legally, because he's had such a painful loss already, right? I think there's proof of money. I think there are documents, wire transfers, or whatever. This would be like the super PAC. All the super PACs, the abundance created throughout the super PACs, and that's it's got him down, man. Yeah, he's too old. This is definitely affecting his health. And so painful loss and ending. It could even be, maybe he doesn't get locked up because he dies. I mean, we're talking, it's the coffin card. In other decks, other Kipper decks, it's called fatality. So a fatal health issue. This might be his daughter going to the, but a fatal health issue, a fatal wealth issue as well. This doesn't have to be a person. This can be a person's wealth and creativity. And this would be a supportive, confidant type of energy, but also support. And so this could even be Sidney Powell. This could be that younger person that used to hang out with them. She had blonde hair. I don't know her name. Don't even know that I ever knew her name. This could be those two women, and they're looking at a painful loss as well, because she's headed towards this painful loss, and oh my God, and the end of his abundance and creativity and wealth. So this is a card of visitors sometimes. I think he gave the gift of devising the plan or getting it together, being the mouthpiece. Because it was probably him and Jeffrey Clark together, is what I'm feeling. But anyway, the investigation delivered the gifts, the details of the gifts, and the documents, wire transfers, text messages. We could look at this as Alex Jones's phone, that they got all the records from for like 2 years. Everything off his phone for those 2 years. That was gifted to the J6 committee after Alex Jones's trial, which was for Sandy Hook, for the Sandy Hook victims and families. My God. Wow. The things that come through in readings later on. So, but anyway, for this guy, for John Eastman, yeah, the strategy, the wealth of the strategy, the investigation into all of that. This could be numerous investigations into this issue that will keep coming back to him as being the major instigator. I often forget, I should say, not always, but often forget that one of the key meanings with this despair card is violence. And the reason that that's in there is because it can be like somebody who commits suicide. And look how it's knighting up here. Because there's such a wealth of documents and information that has him down. I mean, I don't wish anything bad, any harm on anyone. I'm just reading the cards. Okay. Yeah. Some new ambition. Wow. Okay. But the strategy is all there, and he is implicated financially, but he's also, I think, given up the goods. He's given up the plan to any investigation. I think has a grander vision of the way he wants to live out the rest of his life. He's flipped. I can tell you that for sure. He's flipped. Reputation. Yeah, I already did that. Yeah, the plan, the long-term planning, developing with the clan. This is him behind him, feeling alone and lonely, and it's not good, but I'm just certain he's flipped. I can feel it. Wow. Maybe on another level here, this could be his wife and a daughter or younger relative, and they're a protective force in his life to try and get him through this. But I don't see him locked up. I see him flipping. And I could be wrong, but we'll see. So, okay. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Hope you're all doing really well. Bye.